All right, for chair yoga today, when we get started towards the edge of our seat, just allowing ourselves to feel our sit bones underneath to hit the chair. Begin to turn on your core muscles here so you feel like you're sitting more upright into your spine. And just gently allow your hands to come towards your lap and roll your shoulder blades back down your back body so you feel more alert into your torso. We'll begin with a seated meditation here. So allowing yourself to breathe in and out through your nose. Within this seated meditation, allowing yourself a chance to feel more centered and connected to your breath. Not necessarily controlling the breath at all, just bearing witness to your own breathing. While you're here in this seated posture, take note of what is connected to the ground. So if you have your shoes off, maybe you feel the floor beneath you. Or if you have shoes on or socks on, you might feel whatever is connected to your feet. And then as we go up your body, acknowledge the sit bones of what's connected to the chair below. We'll continue to use these spaces as our foundation of connection, just to create further awareness into our physical bodies. Take one more breath here. And if you had your eyes closed for this seated meditation, unblink your eyes. And we'll add some gentle movement into your upper body by reaching your arms up high towards the ceiling and draw your hands back down towards your heart center. Doing this 2 more times. Inhale, reach up, just warming up into the shoulders and the rotator cuffs. Hands towards your heart center for Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Inhale, reach your arms back up. And exhale, hands toward your heart. Take a big inhale in through your nose and a sigh out through your mouth. If you took this moment to close your eyes just to create an intention, spend some time here again with your breath, visualizing what intention you'd like to create for this class or maybe for the day. And using this intention as a point of awareness for your class, you can use this just to draw back to when you might feel more distracted and need a sense of empowerment. Release the hands down back towards the lap and slowly walk your hands all the way down towards your shins. You're coming into a seated forward fold. You might need to scoot your hip bones back a bit, but just allowing your head to rest. Maybe you drop your hands completely down towards the ground. Take one more full breath here in your seated forward fold. And just like you came down, start to walk your hands up your shins towards your quads. We'll take some seated cat-cows. Continue to place your hands onto your quads. Then pull your chest forward, maybe gaze up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, drop your chin down towards your chest and lean back towards the back of the chair. A couple more times to move with your breath. Inhale, gaze up. And exhale, gaze down. Continue to move with your inhales in and exhales out. Creating some extra movement into your spine. Let's do one more round of breath to inhale and exhale. Come back upright into your spine. We'll add on a twist. So acknowledge that left hand first. Take the left hand to the outer edge of your right knee. The right hand can either grab onto the outer edge of the chair, maybe to the back of your chair, whatever you're seated in. And gaze can remain forward or even gaze towards the back of your chair. Continue to sit up tall into your spine, breathing gently here. Start to come back towards the center. Allow yourself just to adjust a bit, maybe take a couple shoulder rolls before we switch sides. Then take your time to switch towards your other side. So acknowledge the right hand goes towards the outer edge of your left knee, just using that as leverage. Then left hand can either grab for the bottom of the chair or maybe the back of your chair. You might need to get creative with it depending upon where you're seated. And slowly release, hands back towards the quads. Pull your chest forward again to take a cow pose. Inhale, look up. And we'll walk our hands back down towards another seated forward fold, just allowing your chest to rest onto the top of the quads. Again, you might need to adjust your seat so you don't slide off the chair. Take one more breath in your seated forward fold. And start to walk your hands back up towards the top to meet the quads. Then hands are going to grab for the back of your chair. We're going to go in towards a bigger back bend. So I like to call this Titanic pose. You'll see why in a second. So very much like when Leo says, I'm king of the world, where you pull your chest forward, lean forward, and maybe gaze up high towards the ceiling. So super corny visualization, but very helpful in moving into this modified bridge pose. Whatever you've entered into, slowly release the hands back towards the quads. And then we'll move into warrior one leg. So we'll create space onto our chair by just keep the left foot as it is, but walk that right leg over towards the side of the chair. So you can stay just like you are in this, what looks like a goddess squat, or slide a little bit more forward towards the outer edge, and then dial that right knee down towards the ground. So again, let me turn the chair so you can actually see. So for warrior one / lunge, I'm dialing my right hip down, right knee down to create space, or you can even turn that right foot out. So it's looks like warrior one legs. So you can either stay with hands towards your chair or maybe even reach your arms up. Whatever feels comfortable for you on that right hip. We'll stay for one more full breath. Slowly release the hands and turn that right leg back over. So it kind of looks like that goddess squat again. Then walk your right leg back forward to meet your left towards the top of your chair. We'll move now towards the other side. And I'm going to demo, switch the chair so you can actually see. Right foot remains grounded. Start to walk that left foot back. Again, you can stay here with what looks like a goddess squat, or dial that left knee down towards the ground, left heel up for a lunge, or straighten the back leg so you have more of a warrior one shaped leg. So either way, your hands can stay down, or maybe you take your arms up. This might feel quite different than when we are doing this without the chair prop. I'm just noticing any of the slight differences. Slowly release your hands, then switch that left leg back and walk your legs back forward towards the front of your chair. All right, so let's now all stand up, and you're gonna come towards the back of your chair, whatever chair that you have. Then take your feet more towards the back, and we'll get more of a chest stretch. So it kind of looks like a standing L to drop your head through your arms. So you're using that the top of the chair again as support to help create space into your upper body. Stay for about one more full breath. And exhale, release, start to rise all the way up. We'll move into warrior three, again, using the chair as support for balance. Draw that right knee up towards your chest and send the right leg long and back towards the hover. Testing your balance here. Continue to stay uplifted into your chest. And slowly release. And let's switch legs. So now left knee up towards your chest. Send your left leg long and back so it looks like a capital letter T position. Slowly release. And turn towards the side. We'll continue our balance with tree pose. So cross that, you can either lift your right leg for a kickstand. So I'm using the chair again for support. Maybe right heel, right foot over your left heel, or even towards your inner thigh line. Continuing to use the chair to support your upper body to stay in balance. While you're here, you can also lift that left arm up or even close your eyes. And slowly release and switch out legs. Again, you can use your leg as a kickstand or inner thigh line, maybe above the ankle. Option to reach the right arm up as well. And slowly release. We'll come back to our seat in our chair. Now that we've practiced our balance, we'll move back into grounding. And come towards the edge of your seat to feel again your sit bones. And just reach the arms up and exhale, hands toward your heart center. Do this 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands toward your heart. Last time, inhale. Exhale, hands toward your heart center. We'll move into a pigeon pose here. by crossing the right leg over the left. So it kind of looks like a number 4 position. You can stay upright, staying exactly as you are, or start to forward fold over your leg. Depending upon how tall your chair is, you can even drop your hands down towards the ground. Take one more full breath and start to walk your hands back up and switch out the legs. So now left leg goes over the right and kind of looks like a number 4 position. Continue to sit upright into your spine if that feels most comfortable, or forward fold over your legs. Take one more full breath and slowly sit back up. Release the legs. We'll move back into the upper body by either giving yourself a hug, right arm underneath the left, or take eagle wrapped arms, again, right arm underneath the left to take the bind. It's getting a stretch into your back body. Slowly release and switch out the arms. Unwind, inhale, reach your arms back up. And exhale, drop your hands back down towards your quads. We'll do one more back bend to take your hands back towards either the back of your chair or underneath your chair. Again, pull your chest forward, lean forward, maybe look up. And one last forward fold, release the hands down towards the ground. And start to sit back up. And we'll meet in our Shavasana, our seated meditation. Just to take a couple moments here to move back into our breath now that we've moved a bit into our bodies. Continue to notice the sensations of what's connected to the floor below and what's connected to your chair. Now, as you move into this week, continue to offer yourself self-compassion and grace into whatever you're moving into. So invite back in your intention that you began this class with. Maybe you need to shift it to something that feels more compassionate and invites grace. Spend these last few breaths in stillness and silence. Taking everything in around you with your thoughts, feelings, intentions. And then when you're ready to come out, allow your eyes to open back up if you had them closed. Maybe take any other movements that feel nice to invite some extra energy back into your body.